Okay, so you might be wondering where I'm going. I'm going to Medway Heritage Valley Forest Park for an outdoor walk to do some cool point of view photography with the drone and the GoPro and everything. And we gotta get going because daylight isn't gonna last forever. So let's get going. Alrighty, it's absolutely beautiful out, but I kind of forget where to go if I'm being totally real. That way is closed. This way is all uphill, which hopefully is a good thing because I want to get some nice high elevation shots. But this looks totally different from when I was here last. I was here earlier in the summer.
Do you want to take your shirt off?
What? I felt like a lot of this stuff was a lot more spread out, but I just hit like one landmark after the others. It was kind of weird, so forgive me if I seem a little bit confused at times. Now, in all my excitement, I completely overlooked how muddy it was going to be, but I also overlooked how gorgeous it is. Things are just so pretty in the winter. I didn't even realize it. Like, I don't know. There's something magical about being here in the fall, but being here in the winter, you see so much more. So I think it might have to be photography time. Okay, for our first shot, we're gonna use these trees as a nice little bit of foreground element. So we're just gonna come up nice and close, make sure to focus on the background there, frame it up nicely, try to focus on the water and not the trees there in the foreground. And then, there we go. That's our first shot. Okay, for our next shot, we're gonna go all the way down to f1.8 and get kind of close to these trees, focus in the middle there, and just make sure that we can actually see something. All right, turns out we can't, so we'll use the other side of the tree. Just move our little focus button around, and there. Not the best. This is definitely a little bit too tight of a lens to be using for this. It's 50 mil, but with the APS-C crop, it's closer to 75. So I'm gonna switch lenses real quick. I reckon here for the next one, we could probably just do the scenery as a whole with the wide angle here. This is just the kit lens, it's the 16-50. It's nothing really special, but it's not really particularly offensive either. So it's a pretty good lens to use for a landscape if you obviously don't have the Sigma like 12-14s, you know. If you're not quite there yet, this one's a pretty adequate lens to use for this kind of stuff. So here we can just get the bend there in the river. Maybe come down a little bit lower so we can get some foreground element there on the snow. And then shoot away. This looks pretty good. Look at the sunset. Golden hour. That's cool, a little bit of symmetry there. I think that'll be nice. And then I'll maybe just throw the big zoom on, the 70-200, which again with crop ends up being like 300. Okay, now we've got the big boy zoom on. Not a fantastic lens. It's all right. It's kind of like a zoomed kit lens. It's all right. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Good for zooming in on stuff. Like, look how close I can get to that. That's a little bit of a trap. A lot of people zoom in too much. I say that as I zoom in like all the way to get the rapids, but let's see how that looks. How's our shutter speed doing? We'll maybe go up to 1/800th of a second. Never mind, that's gonna put us at ISO 2000 and we can't have that. 640 is probably a good place to be for ISO. That should hopefully be nice and sharp. Let's see. Yeah, sharp enough, I guess. And then maybe we'll go all the way down here. Maybe like 1/3 of a second. We'll see how shaky that is. That's not that shaky actually. That's not terrible. We'll just steady ourselves right here. Hold our breath a little bit. That's not too bad really. That is not too bad for a long exposure. And considering I'm literally all the way up here, that's not too bad. All right, let's maybe get the drone in the air. Okay, I'm just about frigid, like to the bone. I can't feel my fingers. I could barely take the knobs off of the controller for the Mini 2. I'm ready to go back home and get into a nice warm car, so please, come with me. Don't stay out here. It's too cold and we're losing daylight. So please come with me. Let's get out of here.